Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad. Welcome viewers to the episode 7 of Entrepreneurship series. In today's episode, we shall see how the product planning and development process is carried out. What are the main stages of this whole product planning development process? So let's start the session. Today we will learn different aspects, as I have committed before to share new success story of successful entrepreneurs in every episode. So in today's episode we shall open up entrepreneurial profile of Steve Jobs. Then product life cycle will be highlighted. And then four main stages of product planning and development will be explored in details. Idea stage, concept stage, product development stage, and test marketing stage. Steve Jobs is an entrepreneurial legend. Jobs dropped out of college because his family couldn't handle the financial burden of his education. He unofficially continued to audit classes, living off free meals from the local temple, and returning the Coke bottles for change just to get by. Jobs credited the calligraphy classes he stopped in on as his inspiration for the Mac's revolutionary typefaces and font designs. Jobs went on to have an unbelievable career, eventually forming the Apple Computer Company with his childhood friend and electronics expert Steve Wozniak. The tech company has a market capitalization of $870 billion according to Jobs. Two things are required to build a successful company: passion and people. By 1978, Apple was making $2 million in profits solely on the strength of Apple II. Among these user-generated programs was VisiCalc, a type of proto-Excel that represented the first software with business applications. Steve Jobs was a fiercely visionary with an intense and often combative management style. The next operating system was used to create the iMac, Apple's first hit PC in a long time. Jobs followed this up with a list of successes from the iPod in 2001 to the iPad in 2010. The years between saw Apple dominate the smartphone market with the iPhone, open up an e-commerce store with iTunes, and launch branded retail outlets called the Apple Store. When Jobs stepped down as CEO, Apple was scrambling with Exxon for the world's largest market cap. It is impossible to sum up Jobs' career in a single episode, but a few lessons stick out. First, innovation counts for a lot, but innovative products fail without proper marketing. Second, there are no straight paths to success. Job did get wealthy very early on, but he would be a footnote today if he didn't return to Apple's in the 90s. At one point, Job was kicked out of the company he helped create for being hard to work with. Rather than change, he bided his time, then took over again, and this time his attitude was seen as part of his genius. So remain consistent and devoted throughout. Before moving ahead, wait for a while. Let's have a flashback of ethics to do a business. We all know very well that trust is a powerful tool of influence and management. And if we are not familiar with this tool, then we should be. As multiple studies have shown, employees are more willing to go extra mile for entrepreneurs, managers, and companies they believe in. The essentials to cultivating trust in your company are: be honest. As we know, honesty is the best policy to align employees' behavior with your company's mission and vision. If you are dishonest, you will set the tone for the organization, and employees' dishonesty and disloyalty will exist throughout. Be consistent. Be consistent in what you say and do. If you break your own rules, you undermine yourself and will lose employees' trust. Do not cut corners under any circumstances. Every entrepreneur will face enormous pressure at some point to take the easy route. However, behaving unethically even under times of high stress undermines trust and sets the precedent for repeated deceptions going forward. Ensure that you and your management team are honest, consistent in your words and actions, and do not cut corners regardless of the situation. By incorporating these values into the company culture early on, you will establish yourself as a trusted employer and business partner for many years to come. So let's start the product life cycle. First of all, let me explain product life cycle is the stages each product goes through from introduction to decline. As product planning and development process is the stages in developing a new product. At each stage of the product planning and development process, criteria for evaluation need to be established. Criteria should be established to evaluate the new idea in terms of market opportunity, competition, the marketing system, financial factors, and production factors. The determination of market demand is by far most important criteria of a proposed new product idea. Current competing producers, prices, and marketing efforts should be evaluated, particularly in terms of their impact on the market share of the proposed idea. The new idea should have some unique differential advantage based on an evaluation of all competitive product services filling the same consumer needs. The new idea should have synergy with existing management capabilities and marketing strategies. The firm should be able to use its marketing experience and other expertise in this own new product efforts. For example, General Electric would have a far less difficult time adding a new lighting device to its line than Procter and Gamble. The proposed product service idea should be able to be supported by the contribute to the company's financial well-being. The manufacturing cost per unit, the marketing expense, and the amount of capital need to be determined along with the break-even points and the profit outlook for the product. All required materials for the production of the product need to be available and accessible in sufficient quantity. When dealing with competition and competitive situations, concerns regarding ethics and ethical behaviors frequently arise, as we discussed earlier in this video. Care must be taken to be sure the product can be the basis for a new venture. This can be done through careful evaluation that result in a go or no-go decision at each of the stages of the product planning and development process: the idea stage, the concept stage, the product development stage, and the test marketing stage. This is the first stage in product development process. Idea stage. Promising new product service idea should be identified and impractical ones eliminated in the idea stage, allowing maximum use of the company's resources. One evaluation method successfully used in this stage is the systematic market evaluation checklist, when each new idea is expressed in terms of its chief values, merits, and benefits. Consumers are presented with a cluster of new product service values to determine which, if any, new product service alternative should be pursued and which to discard it. Resources are then not wasted on ideas that are incompatible with the market's value. It is also important to determine the need for a new idea as well as its value to the entrepreneurs or the company. To accurately determine the need for a new idea, it is helpful to define the potential needs of the market in terms of timing, satisfaction, alternatives, benefits and risks, future expectations, prices versus product's performance features, market structure and sizes, and economic conditions. In the determination of the value of new product service to the firm, financial scheduling such as cash outflow, cash inflow, contribution to the profit, and return on the investment alternative is carried out. Second stage in the product development process is the concept stage. After the product service idea has passed the evaluation criteria in the idea stage, it should be further developed through interaction with the consumers. In the concept stage, the refined idea is tested to determine consumers or members of the distribution channels with appropriate. One method of measuring consumer acceptance is the conversational interview in which selected respondents are exposed to statements that reflect the physical characteristics and attributes of the product service idea, favorable as well as unfavorable product features can be discovered by analyzing consumers' responses. Features, prices, and promotions should be evaluated for both concept being studied and any major competing products by asking the following questions. How does the new concept compare with the competitive products or services in terms of quality and reliability? Is the concept superior or deficient compared with the product service currently available in the market? Is this a good market opportunity for the firm? Similar evaluation should be done for all aspects of the marketing. Third stage is product development stage. In the product development stage, consumer reaction to the physical product service is determined. One tool frequently used in this stage is the consumer panel, in which a group of potential consumers is given a product sample. Participants keep a record of their use of product and comment on its virtues and deficiencies. This technique is more applicable to the product idea and works for only some service ideas. The panel of potential customers can also be given a sample of the product, then one of the several methods such as multiple brand comparison, risk analysis, level of repeated purchases, or intensity of preferences analysis can be used to determine the customer preferences. Final stage before commercialization in product development process is the test marketing stage. Although the result of the product development stage provides a basis of final marketing plan, a market test can be done to increase the creativity certainty of successful commercialization. This last step in the evaluation process, the test marketing stage, provides actual sales results which indicates the acceptance of the consumers. Positive test results indicate the degree of probability of a successful product launch and company formation. So viewers, these were the four stages of product planning and development process. Viewers, let's quickly recall all the main points discussed in today's video. We have learned that once the idea of group or idea is generated, the planning and development process begins. Each idea must be screened and evaluated to determine its appropriateness for further development. Ideas showing the most potential are then moved through the concept stage, the product development stage, the test marketing stage, and finally into commercialization. The product or idea can then be the basis of a successful venture. We have also explored the success secrets of Steve Jobs, founder of Apple Company. Keeping in mind the life struggling story of Steve Jobs, I am sharing a very motivational quotation with all of you. That is, the entrepreneurship is living a few years of your life like most people won't, so that you can spend the rest of your life like most people can't. And it is actually true in case of Steve Jobs and all other new entrepreneurs out there. Start is always hard, but dedication, honesty towards aim, and consistency can turn all hardships into easiness and success. If you have any good suggestion regarding knowledge topic and want to ask any question about today's video topic, you can write to me at this email address or comment me on these social accounts. In next episode, I will highlight the significance of e-commerce and new business startup along with another new entrepreneur success story. Next episode will be very interesting inshallah, so please don't miss it. Till then, stay safe and keep your minds clean and optimistic about new days. Try to resolve the minor issues with your friends and family and share the good things with each other. Also, please don't forget to like and share and subscribe my videos and channel. Spread the light. Thank you so much for watching this video. Stay happy and stay blessed always.